What connects a quiet country park to Roman roads, Newfoundland money, and a Victorian imposter? We are going to go and find out. By bike. And yes, we're back in the UK for a bit. And it's actually sunny. For now. So it's the kind of place where you go, you walk your dogs, and you don't really ask any questions. It's just like an average stately home, mansion, house type place. Yeah, we can go through that gap. Go on. All crunchy gears. Don't like that noise. Nothing seems much out of the ordinary until you look at the history of it, which is fairly interesting, which we'll dig into a bit more in a bit. Right, you can enjoy the ride anyway. And here we get onto Poole Bay. Left for Poole Town Centre, right for the Upton Country Park. And yeah, I'll give you a nice view of the bay whilst we're here. But today it's lovely. And here's where we start to go off-road a little bit. Ooh. Oh, it's cooler in here with the dappled sunshine. It's lovely. Much better. So the story about Upton Country Park, Country House, is a really interesting one because it's got so many layers underneath it of intrigue and culture and history. For a start, the place has a Roman road running through it that would have gone from Dorchester to Hamworthy back in the day. You can actually ride and walk the Roman road. So this unassuming pathway is actually the start of the Roman road that goes between Hamworthy and I think it's Corfmullen, but yeah, it is marvellously straight, marvellously Roman. And on a hot day like this, the Romans did a great job putting all these trees here as well. Excellent planning by them. Hang on a minute, this isn't straight. What's going on? I was promised straight roads. Did I take a wrong turn or something? It got very un-Roman all of a sudden. Oh no, we're back. It's fine, straight again. So the house belonged to a family called the Farriers, who were a famous family that operated out of the docks in Poole Harbour. Now, today you can't quite see it, but there would have been a particular reason that the family chose this location, because they had import-export businesses to Newfoundland that operated out of Poole Harbour, which is just over there. The view from the house is a little bit overgrown today, but you used to be able to see right through the gardens and into the harbour across to where their warehouses would have been. Then when we get into the later history of the house, it starts to get a bit murky because, as you can imagine, families get complicated and rich people tend to end their stories with really long legal battles. The later history of Upton House gets tangled up with one of Victorian Britain's strangest legal sagas, the Tichborne claimant case. The short version is this. A wealthy heir, Roger Tichborne, was presumed lost at sea. Years later, a man appeared in Australia claiming to be him. Some people believed him, others thought he was an imposter. And because there was land, money, inheritance and status involved, it exploded into a huge court case. Upton's link comes through Sir Edward Doughty, who owned the house after the Spurrier family. He was connected to the Tichborne family line. So this quiet Dorset estate ends up brushing against a national scandal about identity, class, and who had the right to inherit. Today, it's an incredibly beautiful place where people come with pushchairs, with bikes, just for walking around to get closer to nature, with wetlands and amazing parklands, which are home to countless creatures. And for me today, it's the home of a very hot, sweaty cyclist who wants to get back into the shade. By the way, if you want to see more of the background behind the scenes of these stories, I've started a second channel on which I go on rides and make videos about my daily life. So I'll put it in the description in the doobly-dar below. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you later.